Welcome to the social space. This is the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world. I am Eric Crossland, one of your hosts, and we got her back. She's been gone. She's been in quarantine. Jackie Hager's back.
I have.
Where have you been, Jackie?
I've been in quarantine, man. I do not have the Roni. Let's lay that on the table.
Good.
But it does
Roni.
make sense if you travel.
Yeah.
To
Everyone following
quarantine.
Jackie's lead. And sitting next to freshly quarantined Jackie Hager, Andrew Bell. Andrew, how do you feel with Jackie back?
Very happy she's back.
Whoa, I don't know about that.
So, you know,
brought
the
a mail.
energy in the office kind of dips when she's not
It's
here.
quiet when you're not here.
Are you serious? Is it really cool?
Like, you get so much more work done.
Lindsey, help me out over
Speaking of
here.
which, to my right, our guest today's our ranch show, and who better than Lindsey Forst. How you doing, Lindsey? Thanks for being here.
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're going to get into it later. You and I used to be on Channel 6 together. If you recognize her, she was the morning and noon anchor. But we want to hear all about this ranch. Jackie?
I mean, check out this logo.
I know, it's cool.
Stewart Ranch. Well, we got
Right.
33,000 acre ranch.
Ma'am.
Who
That's
owns that?
amazing. Yeah. So, you know, as a mom and of two little cowboys and a wife of a ranch, you guys own this ranch. Tell us what it's like to go from Wichita Falls and move up to a 33,000 acre ranch.
So that is not my background. I am a city girl through and through. Was born and raised in the suburbs, and so it was definitely a bit of a change of pace for me to move out to Waurika, and but it's been really fun. It's my husband's family ranch, so there's majority of it is in Waurika, and then there's some in farther southeast Oklahoma. But yeah, we have two little boys, 3-year-old Rogers Clay. My husband's name's Clay, so they all have family names. Rogers was my maiden name, and then Arlington Stewart. So and Arlington was just an old family name, and yeah,
I always thought that was because you really liked Arlington, the city.
Yeah, being in this area, you know, North Texas area area, we get that a lot, or people just assume different things. But no, it was a family name. It was Arlington Hunter. But my husband, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, he runs the hunting division of the ranch, so we felt like that was a bit literal to stick with Arlington Hunter. So we did Arlington Stewart, and yeah, so it's my mother-in-law, my husband, his brother, and then my sister-in-law and I. And, you know, I think one of the hardest things that I had to come to grasp with was it is a way of life. It is not a job. It is not a 9 to 5.
Correct.
2011 was when we got married, and Eric was there.
This is one of the nicest weddings I've ever been to, and it was so much fun.
It was you know, people say the first year of marriage is hard. Well, 2011, if you will recall, here was the 100 days of 100 degrees. We were in the worst drought ever. And so to be a rancher during that time, we are on complete surface water. We have no wells. It was brutal. I mean, they were fighting fires every night. And so being a new bride, I'm like trying to make dinner, and he gets the call. We just know it's going to be a fire, and he's out the door. And so it was so tough to just, you know, not be able to turn it off. And for me to understand it was a way of life. So that's been tough, but I wouldn't change it for my kids. I mean, they know what work is, that's for sure. And, you know, they have good manners. That's very important.
Now, do those little
cowboys.
Do they wear chaps and
They
spurs
do.
and
They
the whole
do.
thing?
Yeah, we do. Everything is very traditional on the ranch. So when
We
we
gotta
do
have a picture.
brandings,
Yes.
yes, when we do brandings, it's all, you know, fire and iron and horseback. We don't do nothing against it. It's just this is what's the most efficient for us.
Sure.
But we don't do the, you know, 4-wheelers or chutes or anything like that. I mean, for certain things we use chutes, but for brandings, it's very traditional. And it's fun because you pull the kids out of school, and it's like a holiday. You know, you take them all together, and they get to watch all the dads, and it's sweet to take them to the ranch rodeos. We don't really do the regular rodeo circuit so much, but the ranch rodeos. We can't do the one here because we're Okies, but we do some others around.
What a terrible day that is, getting pulled out of school to go do a ranch rodeo. Poor kids.
But you know, that's the reason we're doing this show is because as you know, the Ranch Roundup didn't happen this year.
It would have been right around here.
Yeah, and
so.
it's such a great tradition. So we
That's
thought,
so
let's
fun.
do a
Honoring that.
show
Yeah.
honoring a ranch, and you were the first one that came to mind. So it's great to have the Stewart Ranch on the show today.
And Lindsey, there's like a lot of history behind this ranch too. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
There is. So 2 years ago, we celebrated our 150th, and we did a big shebang.
Wow.
So 1868 is when it was first, the ranch first came about. It was Choctaw land, so Clay's family lineage, they're Choctaw, and they were given their certain amount of acres, and then they just acquired over time. And so my husband Clay and his brother are the 6th generation. So my 2 boys and then my 6-month-old nephew Coleman are the 7th generation. And we have a cattle division, a horse division, so quarter horse division. We breed and raise and train and show quarter horses. My brother-in-law manages that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, my husband Clay manages the hunting division. So we do guided hunts. We have a lodge, and people come and do all different kinds of hunting throughout the year. So that's kind of our main thing. We just started Stewart Ranch Meat Company. So we're now offering ground beef for local pickup or some local deliveries. But that's brand new, like in the last few weeks. So that's exciting.
Nice.
And
That's a big operation up there.
it is. It is.
I've noticed over time there's been a lot of e-commerce websites coming out, and they're all ranch based. The meat is super fresh, all sorts of things. So that's cool.
Yeah, we're excited about it. We have cow-calf operation. We have some Coriani cattle, and so it's
Awesome.
fun. It's
Well,
a fun way to
Lindsey, I know this is all about your current life now as a rancher, but you and I were both on Channel 6 together, and I've got a clip.
Oh,
I don't know if we're going to make all this is like 2 minutes. Well, we talk about your mother-in-law's ranch, your husband Clay, and I had 2 clips of you and me together, and at the end of this clip, you talk about both of them. And so Hayden, if you're ready, go ahead and roll that.
Almost half of women have done this to a man during the course of an argument. If you think you can guess what we're referring to, head on over to News Channel 6 fan page. We're only online. You can take a guess at our Facebook question of the day. NewsChannel6Now.com reporter Eric Croslin joins us now to read some of our favorite answers to yesterday's quiz. Eric?
Yeah, happy Tuesday to you, Lindsey Forst. Somebody just told me in the newsroom it's Angela Lansbury's birthday today. I was just thinking several other Hollywood octogenarians have gotten TV shows recently. Betty White, Cloris Leachman. Let's give Angela Lansbury a show right here on CBS. We'll call it Murder. She tweeted, "Pause for laughter. Let's go to the web." Oh, that was so lame. All right, how do you get to our fan page from our Facebook? How do you get to our Facebook page from our homepage? We're already on our homepage. You just click right there. It's easy. We talk about that every day. We had a question yesterday. What we like to do is read your answers the next day. That is today. Yesterday's question was, 40% of American adults have gone as long as a week without using this. Kathy took my answer, deodorant. Andre Williams says a computer. Man, I wish, Andre, I'm on this thing all the time. Let's see here. Jerry Wirtz got it right. The answer was cash. Up here, we got that automatic deposit on our paychecks. I haven't seen cash in 2 years. Some other answers, they were all hygiene related. What's wrong with you people? Dishwashers, TV, DVD, cable, says Missy. So a lot of answers. Get on there and play. Start today if you've never played. Start with this question that I'm going to post right now. 40% of women have done this to a man during an argument. What is it, Lindsey? I doubt you and Clay ever argue. You're such angels. But have you, did you ever guess on this?
Angels. At first, my initial guess was going to be cry because they pull that card and then, how can you keep going? You automatically win.
You're right.
But I was also going to guess maybe tattle on them to their mothers. I know my mother-in-law would definitely put Clay in his place. Yes.
My mom would be like, "Why'd you call me for this?"
No, she used to say when we were dating before we got married that if we didn't work out, she was going to keep me and get rid of him.
Oh, here's my guess. My guess is bring up something from years ago that you couldn't possibly remember. And remember 3 years ago when you said my friends were down? No, I don't remember that.
And Eric, I think you left people hanging. Did you share the answer to yesterday?
Yes, cash.
Oh,
cash.
All right.
Cash
all right.
money, Lindsey. You need to pay attention.
I'm sorry. Well, there was some question about upstairs, whether or not you gave the answer. I just wanted to make sure covering
upstairs, are they?
our bases. Yep.
I've got a little.
Thanks.
Anyway, so that was a little taste of when you and I were on the air together.
So fun. Bring back some memories.
Andrew, I think we should
What
just
were you?
leave.
What was like your
I just run Facebook. questions. I was our online reporter.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was
fun.
it was the easiest job
Wow.
ever.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsey, thank you so much for coming on. You can check out their website. Just Google Stewart
Yes.
Ranch, it comes up, and see all the things you guys have to offer out there. We appreciate you being on today.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks. When we come back, we'll have a ranch hand, Cody Shaw, who I think I just saw playing at Jordan Craft Barbecue weekend before last.
Yep.
He's a musician. We'll be right back with the Social Space.
You need to know I love the thrill of the chase. It's just another reason for you to come and play. There's gotta be a way that I can break on through. I won't give up until I get a yes from you. So come on over, come a little closer. Might be the best thing that you ever get into. I've got the magic that keeps pulling you to me. Like a little magnet, I control your destiny. You can fight it, but I take it to the ground. I know you really like it. Your love is gonna take you down. Take you down. Something about you seems to get me every time. It's just a feeling that keeps hitting me deep inside. It's one of those things that you just never can explain. I've got just what it takes to make you feel the same. So come on over.
Hollywood. Where are you from, Tulsa? This fine specimen is Kenneth. He and I went to Tater Knob Elementary. Strangely enough, also the mayor of Tater Knob. Well, this is Chestnut. It's a horse. The oldest horse in Kennesaw County, ain't that right? 97 years old. My father named after this horse. His name is Buck. This is Wayman Chesley, right there. Yep. Wayman is the lead pastor at the Second Baptist Church, Tater Knob. Who's the pastor at First Baptist Church? Well, this is our cat. We call him Preacher Man. You know, two of his legs are actually made of wood. He was fiddling with the weed whacker. Right here's Miss Cassandra.
Hello.
She doesn't live here.
Yeah, no, I moved.
Hey, welcome back to the Social Space, our ranch edition.
Got a real cowboy in the
I'll
house.
tell you what, man, this is because Ranch Radio, we missed it this year, so we wanted to
did.
pay some homage to it. I'm Eric Crossland, we got Jackie Hager, we got Andrew Bell, and now sitting to my right, a real ranch hand, Cody Shaw. How you doing, Cody?
Cody.
Thanks for being here.
Fantastic. How are y'all doing today?
You literally came from the ranch.
I mean, still wiping dust off me as I got here. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The name of your ranch is Testarossa. You know the story behind the name?
I know a little bit behind it.
Okay.
I believe it was based off of, is it a Ferrari?
There's a Ferrari Testarossa,
Testarossa,
yeah.
which I think means little redhead
Yes,
or
it does.
red.
Yes.
And I believe that was the namesake for the ranch.
Huh. Cool.
That's my understanding.
Was there a little redhead? There was a person?
No, I believe there was an actual Ferrari.
Oh, is there an actual Ferrari? Oh, okay, nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. A little more surface layer there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that you're here. So, Cody, my question for you is, walk us through a day in the life of a true, authentic cowboy. What's your day look like?
Our days vary, and that's part of the reason that I enjoyed the job is because you never know what you're going to get into out there. A ranch work is, in my opinion, never finished. And we have horses and we have cattle, and so our number one priority is maintaining animal health. So whether it be inventorying, health checking, or just general well-being of the fences around, that is predominantly what I would say we do,
Okay.
is maintain animal health. And from then on out, there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
One day you're a gardener, one day you're landscaping, one day you're a painter, plumber, carpenter, whatever the job requires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of all over the place.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Cody and I went to high school together, And I remember Cody playing for Howdy, and I believe it was a Goo Goo Doll song.
Had to bring that one up, didn't you?
What is Howdy? Is that?
It's like a
Yeah.
It was kind of like
show.
the,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the
It
school
was called
talent
Howdy?
show where
Yeah.
you audition and then you got to play in front of the whole school.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
those. So ours was Rocket Review.
But so so I've known him for years, but I never thought Cody would be a ranch hand and then turn musician at night. And I found that very interesting because those are kind of two different worlds. If you want to kind of talk about that.
They're definitely two different worlds.
Yeah.
Before I was ranching, I played music, and I was fortunate to get to go out and play with. I played with Johnny Cooper for 4 years, and we toured 200, 250 days a year for like 4+ years. And then I had my own little band, and we were Cody Shaw and the Rhythm Boys, which was my father's band name and his father's band name.
Oh, wow.
So we're the third generation of that. I had a short stint for about 3 months with a guy named Ryan Bingham. I played bass with him. And then now the stars have kind of dwindled away in my eyes, and I just want to play for fun now. You know, we took big swings back in the day at it, but now it's more of a recreational hobby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the worlds are definitely different, especially the hours. You know, my day started at about 6 in the afternoon and ended at about 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting up at about 5 in the morning and ending at about 6 in the afternoon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then you said it's not quite country western music that you're playing here? It's a little.
Cody considers it kind of Western based.
Yeah, the roots are in country music,
Yeah.
but I listen to everything. And
Yeah.
so I'm influenced by pretty much any genre possible.
Yeah.
And it's fun, you know. People like Danny at the Iron Horse have always treated me great. And I've always been able to go down there and do pretty much whatever I want. My mother and father are both musicians, and they tend to get up. My dad's in my band, and my mom will get up and sit in with us all the time. I feel like I'm talking about music too much. I'm sorry.
Wait, so wait, the band was your dad's band. It was the Cody Shaw band. Now it's your band, Cody Shaw and the Rhythm Boys, but your dad's in it. That's kind of like Inception. It's
There
like
you go.
It's the band within the band.
I think it's nepotism. That's the only reason I got to
It is, yeah. Well, gosh, Cody, thank you so much for being here. Do you have another question?
Well, I was just going to say, you think about the Cowboys back in the day being, on the road and at nighttime sitting around the campfire singing songs.
Yeah.
So it does kind of have a coalition to it, correlation to it.
We've hosted a party or so at the ranch where we got to do some chuck wagon cooking, and that was a neat experience. I had to kind of take myself to school on that, but we did cornbread in the Dutch ovens and cooked
That's cool.
cowboy stew and all kinds of things.
Nice.
So I've gotten to dabble in some of that real deal cowboy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I play a lot of Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox, so I kind of know. I've been there too.
Potato, same. There you go. There you go.
Well, gosh, Cody, thank you so much for taking a break from your hard day of
Yeah.
out there, working with the animals and all that, and coming by here and talking to us about it. We really we want to play homage to Ranch Roundup
Yes.
not being here this year and have some people on just talking about ranching. So we really appreciate you being here and. Have fun out there. We're going to see you. I know I'm going to see you at Jordan Craft Barbecue here soon. I know,
Yes, sir.
I know he's going to have you out there again.
Yes, sir.
And we can't wait to see you when all the live music starts playing again.
I'm looking forward to trying that place. I haven't checked it out yet. I heard the food was delicious.
Tis.
Yeah.
Send some, Jordan. All right. Thank you so much. We're going to be right back with discussion topics with Brittany Douglas. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Why do cowboys tell the best jokes?
Why?
Because they're always horsing around. Goodbye and see you next time.
Hey, welcome back to the social space. It's our 18th show. Can you believe we've done that many? Hey, Brittany Douglas has joined us.
Hi.
Hi. In for Jackie Hager, doing her Jackie Hager impersonation the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
And,
Thank you for representing me.
Did you notice she kind of tried to phrase her questions like you do?
I think she did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're doing discussion topics. Did you
Yes.
see we gave relationship advice last week?
Yes, I
Jackie?
did.
How do you
I did.
How do you feel we did?
I think you're probably around a 5-ish.
Out of 5? Thank you. Wow. All right. That's so nice of you. All right. Well, discussion topics. Hey, what's a funny thing you believed when you were younger? Like the tooth fairy here is something a lot of kids believe in. Funny thing you
The
believed
tooth
when
fairy is real, though.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, very real.
Right. I'm sorry. I forgot all y'all's kids watching this. What, Brittany? What did you believe when you were younger?
We talked about quicksand a lot in school, so much so that I felt I would encounter it on a daily basis. I I was very terrified of quicksand, and I, to this day, have never come across it, but
That was a
That
big
was a
concern
big
for
fear.
us too when we were kids. Was quicksand. Why is that?
I don't know. Why was so much time spent on that?
I don't know.
It's very odd, but that was a fear.
That's great, Andrew. I had that same fear.
It would have to be when I was little, and my parents would take my brother and I out to dinner or something, and being little boys, you know, we'd be a little wild. So my dad came up with this character called El Whippo, and I remember this sitting in El Chico's, bawling my eyes out because I was afraid El Whippo was gonna come out from the kitchen and just wear us out.
Hey, we're gonna need a drawing.
So yeah, once I got old enough, and now I use El Whippo on my girl.
Yeah. Get the El Switcho. Go grab my El Belto. Oh my God, that's so good, Jackie.
Okay, that was really funny. Mine is not so much funny as I just remember being little and with my dad, every little girl thinks she's going to grow up and marry her dad.
Yeah, I've heard
and I
that.
remember him playing along with me, and I'd try to plan the wedding.
Yeah.
And he would go, "I'll stand wherever you want me to stand. I'll do whatever you want me to do." And I said, "Okay, Daddy."
Yeah.
So there you go.
I think I said I was going to marry my mom when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think it might go both ways. That's funny. I thought the people on TV were really in there for a while when I was a kid. I thought they were just little and they were in there. And you know, you had those box set TVs, so you could kind of look in them. You know, there was holes, and I was just like, I know they're in there. That, and I thought if I got at the right angle, I could see down shirts on the TV. And I tried all the time, constantly. I was trying to.
And you were what age?
You know, 36. Go ahead, Hayden, let's get the next one. All right, if you could trade lives with any person, who would it be, and why is it Patrick Mahomes? Andrew.
Yeah, you just.
That's the last year's Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, I also just signed the biggest NFL contract
Contract.
in
Yeah.
history. You know, I think that would be really cool, but I also think it would be really cool to be someone like George Strait or something like that, where you played these arenas full of people that love the songs that you wrote.
Oh, yeah.
You
know
know, I
every
think
word.
that feeling would be incredible.
Yeah, I
So-
forget you were a musician, a drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very good, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard otherwise. Jackie.
You know, I
good answer.
think if I could trade lives with anyone, I was just having lunch with my friend Chris over a Red Taco. I would change lives with a kindergartner today.
Any kindergartner.
Any kindergartner.
American
Quinn.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Straight to Quinn.
How fun would it be to sort of know what you know now and be a kindergartner and start the ranks up school?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Oh, you'd be running that thing. You played your cards right. Brittany.
Well, I would want to change roles with my oldest son because I kind of want to see if I was still in place. So see how I am from his perspective. Because I think sometimes as parents, you're so hard on yourself and you don't think you're doing enough or applying yourself in ways that you should. And so I think that would be interesting, you know, just to kind of look through your own kids' eyes.
Good one.
So that's what I would want to do.
Oh, that's
But-
so sweet,
a good
Brittany. I would trade places with the guy that invented the McRib. Dead or alive? No, I'm just kidding. My first thought was Bill Gates, right?
Yeah.
Because I've never been a chaser of money, but how fun would it be to be able to just be like going to Walmart and be just like, I'm buying it all today. Everybody get out. It's all mine. Everything in the back, everything in the front, get out. And then right when they're leaving and they're like, oh, that guy's a jerk. And then you're like, no, but take what you want though. Whoa, 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 whoa. You could have fun with people. But who I would really be, I really miss I don't miss, but I enjoyed the days of being on the road when I did stand up. I didn't like the traveling. It'd be fun to be in a big show, but not be the star, so you could still just live your life. So if I could trade lives with anybody, I would trade lives with one of Beyonce's backup dancers. Didn't see that coming, did you? All right. Hey, that's our show for the day, guys. I want to thank once again Town Square Media.
Yes.
They're our radio partners. You can listen to this show 10:30 a.m. on the radio, and then come back and watch it to be like, I got to see what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And watch it on KAUZ
Yes.
at 10:30 on Saturday nights. Hey, well, we got to thank Lindsey Forst and Cody
Yes.
Shaw for being here. And on behalf of everybody else, that's Brittany Douglas, Andrew Bell, and Jackie Hager, and whoever this guy is back here. Who is that? I'm Eric Crossland. This has been The Social Space.